category would Nikolai Ehlers
Game
fall?
time.
Okay.
Game time. He just obviously the comfort level with that. Got out there and got to skate, which was great. So we'll just see how he is after this afternoon and take it from there.
And Ehlers Pionk, with a couple of practices before Dallas Thursday, is he starting to get on that periphery?
He's real close, yeah. It's all about conditioning now for him.
Yeah. Scott, we know from training camp and preseason, regular season, it is all about your hockey club for sure. But in terms of scoreboard watch, do you guys get a bump like Saturday? Or yesterday afternoon,
it didn't work in Utah. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
So
So
it's all the more reason to take care of our own business. It really is, and we're facing an opponent. Saw the first game out of the break that has been on an absolute tear. So if you're looking ahead or behind or whatever. If you're not focused on the St. Louis Blues, you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, I was thinking more of the half bump that maybe you got from Minnesota. But final one, then you and your team know how difficult it is to push a winning streak into double digits. So clearly the St. Louis Blues would get your attention for that.
Yeah, and it's throughout that lineup. They're getting scoring from all their units. They're playing extremely hard. They defend really well. They're feeling it, and I know. They didn't make many changes after for the trading deadline, and you know what, they've had a major push on here, and obviously one of the best teams, if not the best team in the league since that point. So we'll have the work cut out for us. So it'll be another big Central Division matchup.
Scott, I think I was reading that Jim Montgomery has said he used the Four Nations break to kind of really evaluate what the Blues were doing structurally and implement some changes. So I don't know how much old video versus new video you've watched, but have you seen those kind of structural changes?
That's just Monty being Monty. No, it's us coaches trying to, we reinvented the wheel. But no. They, you know what, their detail is and their structure is outstanding. Obviously their goaltender has been really, really good. Both goaltenders have been really good. Whatever they did, obviously we'll look at it, and we have looked at it a little bit. Not a whole lot of major things that have really changed, but they're getting their four lines have been really, really good. Obviously they've added Fowler, so their team is right now feeling it, and they're playing extremely well.
Colin Miller was not on the.
Yeah, he's sick. We'll see.
He's sick. Okay. Yeah. So would he be game time as well, or unlikely?
Yeah, we'll go game time.
Okay. And then just because you guys were on the road last week, so we maybe haven't asked in the last week or so, but is there anything new on Rasmus? He's still in protocol?
He skated today.
Okay.
He was full go today. Full condition skate before we went out on the ice.
Right.
First one.
And then is Gabe still a ways away from?
Gabe's around. We're getting close to see about him going on the ice. He's up and running here a little bit more, and we'll just go follow along with him, kind of see where he's at.
Last quick one about the Blues. The way their season's gone, bad start, fire a coach, poured on. I mean, how familiar does that look?
How familiar does it look?
Yeah, 2019 they did the same thing.
Yeah, no, it just. You know what? Monty's a hell of a coach. Whatever they decide to do, what they did, and they're just. I think that they're still trying to find their way prior to the Four Nations, and ever since then they've really found their game, and their best players are their best players. Their role players have really bought into what they need to do, and they're feeling it right now. We know what it's like when you get on those roles like that. You feel good about coming to the rink and playing games, and that's what they're doing. So we're really hoping to wreck their party tonight.
And a quick one on the Schenn brothers. Can you imagine going against your brother in the NHL for such a long career?
No, I couldn't go against my brother. He beat me up so much when I was a kid. But no, you know what? That's got to be special. I know, special for his parents, and I know they had a chance to play together in Philly, and I'm sure that they have butted heads a lot over the last couple of years with Luke being in Nashville. But at the end of the day, both of them are extreme competitors, and they're not going to give an inch to their brother.